Alright, starting with the least intimidating Leviathan in Subnautica, we got the Reefback. He's going to be first on this list. At a first glance, you would think it's kind of intimidating because, he's got like glowing lights, especially because of the way it looks at night. Especially, like, the Reefback reminds me of like a giant whale, basically. They're freaking the whales of Subnautica. From the way they move extremely slow, as you can see right now. And they also, the sounds they make sort of mimics that of a whale. In my opinion, at least. I mean, if I heard that, I would think there's a whale near me or something. But yeah, Reefback, least intimidating because, they don't do any damage. They don't really attack you. It's the only Leviathan that can attack you, I believe. And yeah, let's head on to the next Leviathan. Alright, the next Leviathans that we're going to be looking at are the Sea Treaders. So, Sea Treaders, they're just below the Reefbacks in terms of like how scary. This dude is stuck? What the freak? Just below the Reefback in terms of how scary they are, so they made it to this spot on the list. They can attack you, unlike the Reefbacks, but they'll only attack you if you stand in front of them, like you're in there. Okay, he is like tripping out. Let's leave him alone. They'll only really attack you if you're standing in front of them. A little freakier than the Reefbacks, only because they walk around and they have these super long legs. And long legs, for me at least, anything with long legs, I'm mainly looking at spiders when I think of like creatures with long legs. Long legs really freak me out. Honestly, whenever their legs bend, it looks like they could just snap in half in a moment's notice. Look at him in the distance. That looks disgusting. He looks a little scary from that angle, but now something that's really cool about these things is I think this is their front leg, obviously, but like I think it's cool how their eyeball is kind of like on their leg. And I mean, like their leg is right here. That's what they use to move around with, and their eyes are like literally right there, attached to the leg. Just a little bit cool. I don't know where. I'm not sure where their mouth starts. I was about to say next biome. All my words are jumbled up today. Now let's go to the next Leviathan. The next Leviathan we got on the list is going to be the Sea Emperor / Sea Emperor Juvenile. As you can see, this one right here, because I spawned it in. Because yeah. So Sea Emperor, they can't attack you either. Super friendly, just like Reefbacks. So that's a really big plus. But they don't look friendly at a first glance, especially consider, look at the freaking arms. The arms do not look, if you saw something like that coming towards you in the deep blue sea, you would think that it's trying to eat you, because I would 100% not think that this thing is friendly at a first glance, but they're entirely docile and they don't attack or anything. They kind of just swim around and do them. The freakiest thing about them that I think made them go up higher on the list over the Reefback and the Sea Treader is the fact that they have all these freaking tentacles back here. Because again, long legs, tentacles all kind of freak me out, unless it's like an octopus are cool, but they still kind of freak me out. Just like these tentacles all still freak me out. Not much really else to say about them. They are kind of intimidating. Like at a first glance, they're intimidating, which is why they're a little bit higher. Just a little bit scary at a first glance if you don't know what it is. But yeah, there's the Sea Emperor, and with that, let's go to the next Leviathan. We're gonna get into the more aggressive ones now. All right, on to the more aggressive and dangerous Leviathans. I had to slow it down because this thing is kind of fast. So we got the Sea Dragon Leviathan. He's like, I believe it's the biggest Leviathan in Subnautica, if I'm not mistaken. Now, the Sea Dragon actually has multiple attacks. He has some fireball attacks where he can like shoot fire out of his mouth. He can also attack with his hands. He looks like he hits the gym for real, because you can see his biceps, his triceps right here, forearms. I mean, this dude, I don't know what they be doing in the inactive or active lava zone, but they be down there training. You would think the exact same that you would with the Sea Emperor, like in first seeing it, so you think that they're super aggressive at first. But this one's actually aggressive, unlike the Sea Emperor, which is why it's above the Sea Emperor. Super large, they have a whole bunch of attacks, and they also sound pretty scary, but cool at the same time. And they also look pretty scary, hence why they're this high on the list. We are about to go with the next Leviathan. Alright, and the next Leviathan we have on the list is the Ghost Leviathan, and they're all swimming away from me. Alright, that's cool, I guess. I guess y'all don't want to be studied. Alright, super unique looking Leviathan, I'd say. It's the only Leviathan in Subnautica that's completely, like, what's the word I'm looking for? What is it? Bioluminescent? I think that's the word. Or translucent? Whatever the freak the word is. Y'all know what word I'm looking for. There's no other Leviathan that you can see through their body like you can with the Ghost Leviathan. They also glow blue. Their eyes are scary, and they also look like hammerhead sharks in the face. They also have a pretty terrifying roar. It's sort of like a shriek, like a banshee shriek almost, because it's like super high pitched, not deep like all the other Leviathan's roars are. It's like super high pitched and screechy almost, and it kind of hurts your ears if your stuff is turned up too loud. It has a terrifying screech. It looks super cool / freaky because you can see through its entire body. Its eyes also look kind of crazy from a distance as well. Pretty high on the list as well for all those reasons. And with that, we can head on to the last Leviathan, and in my opinion, the scariest Leviathan in Subnautica. For the scariest Leviathan in Subnautica, it's going to be the Reaper Leviathan. I'm sure everybody could have seen this coming. It's probably going to be the first aggressive Leviathan that you run into when you're playing Subnautica. Oh, look at me, stop just for me. I appreciate that. His face looks extremely freaky and scary at the same time. Because he's got some freaking sharp freaking teeth that he wants to show off. And he's got 4 eyes. In my opinion, he's got the scariest roar in Subnautica out of all the Leviathans. Even from a distance, he still sounds pretty scary. And when it's super close to you, it's like freaking, he's tearing up your ears while also being terrifying at the same time. Another super terrifying thing about Reapers is the fact that they're basically not everywhere, but there's more Reapers than any other Leviathan in this game because they're in a ton of surface biomes, so you're going to be running into them quite often as you explore, as you get further and further into the game. So you're going to run into these guys pretty often if you want to explore and get all the fragments, upgrades, and whatnot. There we go, that's the word I was looking for. That terrifying freaking scream that makes you want to doodle your pants whenever you hear it. And it's the only Leviathan that can actively grab your vehicle, like you can see like it's doing right now. It grabs your vehicle with its mandibles, it can grab your sea moth, and it can also grab your prawn suit, I believe, but it can't grab the Cyclops. Y'all are just taking turns grabbing me, aren't you? I mean, dang, you'll hear it long before you see it, so that's something at least, but you know, it's still a little bit terrifying to hear in the distance. But then, I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.